Hey everyone, Sebastian here, back again with two more questions covering the SAT. This time we're working on equivalent expression questions. We'll start with an easy one, then do a hard one, and you'll see how they build and how they connect. So 3x plus m, parentheses, through 2x plus 3 equals 6x squared plus 19x plus c. In the equation above, what is m plus c? Okay, so we have this, and if you can tell, right, this looks like factored form with the parentheses, and this is standard form. So when we FOIL, we should get this. So we're going to do 3x plus m, parentheses, 2x plus 3. And remember, when you FOIL, it's going to be 3x times 2x, 3x times 3, m times 2x, m times 3. So we're going to get 3x times 2x, which is 6x squared, which ties up right with this one. That lines up. Then we're going to get 3x times 3. It's going to be 9x, which doesn't tie up with this, but you'll see that it's okay in a second anyway. And then we're going to get m times 2x is going to be 2mx, and then n times 3 is 3m, right? And this equals 6x squared plus 19x plus c. And you're like, well, Sebastian, we have like 3 variables and we don't know what to do with them, right? We have x, m, and m, but the x's can cancel, right? So 6x squared and 6x squared cancel. Each individual like exponent unit, right, is going to be matching. So then we have this should go with 19x, and the 3m goes with c. Okay, so let's find what m is, and then we can find what c is. It'll just be triple that, and then we go from there. So to find m, we're going to do 9x plus 2mx equals 19x. Then we're going to subtract 9x, and we're going to get 2mx equals 10x, right, by doing minus 9x minus 9x. Then we're going to divide out the x, divide out the 2x, and we get m equals 5. Right, if you plug that in, you get 10. 10 plus 9 is 19, so that works. And now c, right, equals 3m, so c equals 3m equals 3 times 5, and that equals 15. So 5 plus 15 is 20d. Okay, so a lot of times they'll ask this question where you have a constant, right? And you have to find what it is. And usually they'll say like, m is a constant, but we can understand that even if I didn't say that, that's implied. And then from there, you need to remember that the x squareds go with the x squareds, the x's go with the x's, and the things without x go with the things without x, right? You line them up, and then you can solve each individual part. So we have like 3 equations here. This goes with this. These two go with this, with this, and then this one goes with this one, right? So we have 3 equations made out of this one, so we can solve for multiple variables, okay? So it's kind of a tricky concept for people. A lot of people struggle with it, but with some practice, you'll nail it down. So let's try another one. It's a little harder because instead of a binomial and binomial, it's a binomial and trinomial, but you'll see. Okay, so here we have mx plus 4 times 2x squared minus nx plus 7 equals 2x cubed plus 11x squared plus 19x plus 28. In the equation above, m and n are constancy, so that's sort of the standard way they write it. What is n divided by m? Okay, so again, we're going to FOIL this. So this is going to go with this, this is going to go with this, this is going to go with this, and this will go here, this will go here, right? It's just distributing twice. So first we're going to get 2x squared times mx. Then we're going to get negative nx times mx. And then we're going to get 7 times mx. And then we're going to get 2x squared times 4. Negative nx times 4. And 7 times 4, which will be 28, right? Okay, so when we combine, we're going to get 2x cubed m minus mn x squared plus 7mx plus 8x squared minus 4nx plus 28. And we combine, right? We're going to have, for the x squareds, we're going to have, let's just focus on x squareds because we know it has to line up with 11. Right? So first we're going to have 8x squared minus mn x squared equals 11x squared. And then we have 2x cubed m equals 2x cubed. So that tells us m equals 1. Okay, and now that we have m, we can plug that in here for 1, right? And solve for n. So we're going to have 8x squared minus nx squared, right? Because it was just 1. I'll put the 1 here, actually. Right? Equals 11x squared. We subtract 8x squared, we're going to get negative nx squared equals 3x squared. So negative n equals 3, n equals negative 3. So we have these two together, n over m equals negative 3 over 1, which equals negative 3, and that is D. Okay? So again, this one seems really complicated, but when it comes down to it, it's just foiling, which you've been doing probably since 7th or 8th grade, probably mostly 8th grade. But you've been doing that for a while, so even though the question feels foreign, they're asking it in kind of a funny way. It comes back to the basics of math, and that's what they're testing. Can you take these funny questions and return them to the fundamentals and then execute properly, right? So this one's more complicated than the first one, but it's the same concept. So if you see one more complicated, you know, oh, I have to find this, I should FOIL out and set them equal and find each individual part, okay? So if you have questions on this, let me know. It's really not too bad of a question. I'm going to be doing more equivalent expressions soon. Otherwise, I hope you are all having a good day, that it's sunny where you are, and that if it's raining, that it's cleaning your windows and watering your plants. Bye.